What's up, guys? Welcome back to Take It to the House. I'm Thatcher, joined by Zach and Elijah. I am not happy with sports right now, but they made me do the intro, so here we are. Welcome.
Welcome. We hope you guys had a great weekend. A lot did happen this weekend as we had Champions League games start off again today. And as we're recording, which is Tuesday, tomorrow, the rest of the games, or I guess today for you guys, will be happening.
Crazy.
Yeah. So also we got college football to go over, NFL to go over with, as well as some baseball news and more NBA news regarding around the trade that happened last week with Damian Lillard, as well as we do have playoffs starting today for us, and they will be the second day when this is coming out. But how are you guys? What have you guys been up to? How was your weekend?
Elijah.
Elijah.
I've been good. Just watching football and working. So
Feel that. Patrick.
yeah,
I'm doing awful, but how are you guys?
Great.
yeah,
Sick right now.
better than you probably.
It doesn't take much.
No. Okay. We're going to jump into college football right now. Some new rankings just came out. Some notable ones are Oregon is now at 8, USC is at 9, Notre Dame is at 10, Bama's at 11, Oklahoma 12, Wazoo is now 13, Oregon State is 15, Ole Miss 16, Utah dropped down to 18, Duke is 19, Kentucky is now ranked at 20, and Louisville is now ranked at 25. And the
Zach,
people
your sick voice is kind of hot.
Thanks, bro.
You
Teams that
ever seen
dropped.
that episode of Friends where
Yeah,
Phoebe
dude.
gets really sick and she thinks her voice is sexy?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but anyways, I
Florida and Kansas did drop as well. On Florida and Kansas, guys. I iffy about Kansas, but then again, they lost to Texas. So, but Oregon State did upset Utah 21-7. That game was just awful to watch. We had no offense.
Yeah, I turned it off in the first quarter.
Really?
Like the first quarter ended and I already knew.
Mhm.
Actually, my bad. The first drive for Utah and then the first drive for Oregon State. I'm like, cool, game's over.
Yep.
I knew right then that it was done. So it really sucks too because like I don't think our offense should be this bad without Cam. That
No.
says actually more about the offense and the play calling than it does about Cam, in my opinion. Because I think you should still be able to like put up points. Now the injury list is insane. If you look at our injury list, it's pretty wild, but that's still like you should be able to go to Oregon State and at least put up a fight. It wasn't even a fight. And I think we saw what has been predicted by us actually is that your defense can only carry you so long. Your defense can only keep you in games so long, and there's a breaking point. And if you can't put up your end, then it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And that's what happened.
Right. Elijah, you got any other takes?
Nate Johnson is not who any of us really thought he was. He's kind of just, I don't know. I don't know what he is really, because he's a running quarterback, but he doesn't run, and he can't pass. It's just a weird debacle with him, and I think that there's going to start, if this continues, which it seems like it will, if Cam continues not to play, there's going to start to be a rift between the offense and the defense on this team, which will only make things worse.
Yeah, and to note, Bryson Barnes did play a drive, but he did get hurt.
And then he has like a punctured lung or something insane, like broken ribs and punctured lung, I think is what they said.
Yeah. So,
I was gonna say with that. Sorry, I was gonna try to find where I found the thing on Bryson.
Yeah.
Bryson Barnes was in the hospital with a broken ribs and punctured lung. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is that I agree with the Nate Johnson thing, but I have to say I think that the conservative play calling from the get is what hurt it, because you go from Nate Johnson throwing like 15 times a game, 15, 20 maybe. And then this game, they had to have him throw because they're behind so much. And I think the problem is because you don't now, I'm not saying that he's great, right? But I'm also saying that like, if you would have opened up the playbook more from Baylor on, then it could have been different. But the problem is that they were just running like run plays through the middle, run play through the middle, and then the occasional like out route for Nate Johnson to throw to. And I think that's the problem is that like it'd be like it's literally like taking the training wheels off. Like your kid rides training wheels for, 3 days, and then the next day you're like, all right, you're good, go. And you expect him to be fine. Like,
Yeah.
I think the really big issue is that, it was really conservative what they called with Nate, and it was getting really tiring. And teams figured it out. They're like, oh, if they're gonna run, all we got to do is stop the run, and now we got to force him to throw when he hasn't had to throw.
But
Exactly.
don't you interpret that as a lack of trust in Nate as a quarterback?
Yes and no, but like I think yes, but I also think you have to play with you have to make it work. And that's the problem is like, you know, yeah, there could be a lack of trust there, but at the same time, he's your starting quarterback right now. And quarterbacks are meant to be throwing the ball. And so regardless if you trust him or not, you kind of just need to sorry, somebody just got
Yeah.
oh, Victor just traded.
I'm looking at it right now.
But like you have to give him a chance to throw. Like I know that the trust may not be there, but it's like practice and game are so much different. Like if they see this in practice and they're like, oh man, we don't trust Nate to, to do that. I'm like, okay, but why don't you give him a chance in the game? Like what I would have loved to see against Weber State is us throw the ball 40 times. Because you literally know that Weber State will not beat you. No offense to Weber State, but we dominated that game. Now, probably not by as much, but like our defense was just locked in. I would have liked give Nate 40 dropbacks. Like give him time to see what he's seeing. But the problem is you do like nothing, 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 nothing. Run the ball, play action, run the ball, quarterback run. And then it's like, all right, Nate. So we know that we haven't had you throw the ball much, but now we're down big against Oregon State and we need you to throw the ball.
So I have a question, hypothetical question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if Rose is not injured, we are in the same situation?
Yes.
Possibly.
I think we still would have lost the Friday game.
Really?
Because I also think that Oregon State is really good.
Oregon State is good.
Now, that problem is too is we're asking about a kid that nobody's even seen play college football yet.
Right.
So it's a similar situation. Now maybe
But we're also talking about the kid who was the solidified starter before he got injured.
That's what we hear, but I would be interested next week if he does come on. Like, is that true? Because I heard those rumors too, but how much truth is there to that? We don't know, right? But I think okay, if you're gonna ask if Brandon Rose was the starter, would we be in that situation? I think they'd probably trust him to throw the ball more.
Situation where
they trust him to throw the ball more.
Right. They trust him to
kind
throw
of like
the ball
how they
more.
trusted Bryson to throw the ball more.
Right.
Right.
But then you look at like the Baylor game, right? And what did we need? We needed Nate to step up. So it's just weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
It's just I think it shows that this offense needs a quarterback, like a leader quarterback. And I love Nate. He's my guy. Like I see him all the time, every week. He's such a good dude, and
he's a great kid.
And he's a great kid, and he really played really well when he needed to be asked to do so. But I don't know if right now you can ask him to lead your team. Now, I also don't think you should. Like he's a freshman technically still, right? So like, you shouldn't have to ask him to go and put up massive numbers. Like and also think about this. Last thing, and then I'll let you guys go, right? But no season do you go into a season expecting your third string quarterback to be your starter. Now, we kind of had a feeling that Cam probably wouldn't be ready, right? But like preseason, if I were to be like, all right, well, Zach, the Broncos are starting their third string quarterback, or Elijah, the Browns are starting their third string quarterback, right? Like you don't go into a season expecting to have to play your third string quarterback. So, I think it sucks. And I think this is also a lot of people are going to say it's overreactionary. I think this shows that the Utes aren't capable of winning the Pac-12 this year.
This year, there's no way.
Because last year our offense was really like Did you guys see the score difference? They were saying that like we put up like an average of 7 or 8 points more a game with Cam.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's just not good enough. But I also think you have to like it's really questionable that our offense looks that bad without Cam. Like it shouldn't look that much worse. It looks really bad.
Yeah.
Okay, my rant is done.
Yeah, you
You know,
basically covered it for me.
yeah, I think it just makes me, kind of sad that we're wasting such a good defense. Probably the best defense this program has had in a long time, maybe ever. Who knows? I don't know because I haven't paid attention past like 2021.
Our
But
2021 defense is really good.
I
yeah, the
think that first
2021
year that we won the
defense was
Pac-12 probably was our best defense.
was
But yeah,
really good.
well, because like look at like the names on that team too. Like
Right.
it's just wild.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's just kind of sad that we're wasting it with such a bad offense.
I think
It's,
I think the problem is too is you weren't really a Utes fan up until you got here, which is fair. But like we've had really good defenses in the past and haven't done shit with them. Like
Right.
the year we went to the Pac-12 championship against Washington and Oregon, those 2 years, you have guys like Jalen Johnson, Julian Blackman,
Tyler Huntley, Zach Moss.
yeah, and then but I'm saying just on the defensive side alone,
Mm.
you have Julian Blackman, you had Lecky was on that team. Like you
Terrell
had
Burgess.
dogs. Yeah, Terrell Burgess, like you had dogs on that defense, and like it's just the story of like we always have good defenses, and our offense, like either you have a really good offense or you just have a meh offense. And the problem is with the Pac-12 in the current state that it is right now, you can't play that way and expect to go far. In the Pac-12 5 years ago, this team is a Pac-12 championship team because you worry about Oregon and Washington maybe 5 years ago, but USC 5 years ago was crap. UCLA wasn't good. Like, so it really sucks. I agree. You're wasting the defensive talent, especially because, two of the best players on that defense are going to go to the draft.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Anything else on this game, guys?
mm,
Okay. Next game we kind of noted was USC Colorado. USC edged out 48-41. That was actually a really close game at the end. Colorado kind of
At the end.
at the end. Colorado made a kind of a huge comeback during the second half, but Colorado was held short. So now Colorado is 3-2 and have dropped from the rankings from last week and is still not being re-ranked.
yeah. Do you think that Colorado? How many more games do you think Colorado's going to lose on this season?
We'll pull up their schedule. I'll pull it up.
Pull it up. I think they at least lose one or two more.
I think that we will beat them at Rice Eccles because
Mhm.
I just have that feeling.
Yeah. And
Really?
especially Rice Eccles is so loud, dude. Especially when it comes to these kind of big games too. Like remember
I
last
think
year?
Yeah, like I think it's gonna look the game at Rice Eccles might look like the game that they just played, but like it's also with the environment of like the Eugene game,
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while you're asking that, so they play Arizona State, then they play Stanford, then they play UCLA, then they play Oregon State. That game is at Colorado, Arizona, Washington State, at Washington, and then at Utah. So I think realistically, the only games that they could lose are Oregon State, but the problem is it's at Colorado, so maybe Washington State. I don't know if they're gonna stay that good, and then Utah. Those are the only other ones. But like even that, not any of those. I'm like, oh, they'll for sure win those games, or they'll for sure lose those games.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I think we beat them. I think Utah beats them if Cam is playing.
Yeah,
But if Cam's not
And
playing,
we have Brant back too.
I don't think he's going to play this year.
I think he might. But we'll see.
Because how many games is a medical redshirt?
5.
5.
Is it 5 games? Same.
Yeah.
Because
it's 5
Brant can
games.
play 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll see. Kentucky upset Florida last weekend, 33-14. Hence why Kentucky is not ranked. Ole Miss upsets LSU, 55-49. That was a really high scoring game. Notre Dame beat Oh, what the heck? Sorry. Notre Dame beat Duke 21-14. That was really close as well. Notre Dame had a game-winning drive. Washington 31, Arizona 24. Arizona almost did upset Washington, but Washington held on. And our week 5 preview now is Maryland at Ohio State, Oklahoma at Texas. Those are the really 2 big games that we've noted. And then Utah is on a bye this week, so no
Thank
game for Utah.
goodness.
So next week we will for sure cover Utah, and we'll see where Rising and Q3 is at. So yeah, that's it for college football. We're gonna move on to the NFL. Lions did win in convincing fashion on Thursday Night Football last week. Saints lose to the Bucks, who now the Buccaneers look like they're the favorites to the NFC South. Derek Carr did not look good, though he is injured.
That whole offense just doesn't look good.
No.
It sucks too, because like AK was back and like he looked really good. And
yeah, I mean Michael Thomas was looking really good too.
Well, my big issue, man, is like, okay, so first of all, I don't necessarily think Derek Carr's like the guy, but I also think he wasn't playing 100%. Like, just play Jameis if that's the case. Well, Jameis had 1 throw for 1 interception, by the way. But you know, it's just, it sucks because Derek should be doing more with this offense than he is. You have like, okay, I'll just name offensive weapons. Like, it could be Super Bowl caliber team. Olave, Michael Thomas, Taysom Hill, Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, Juwan Johnson. Like that, those Rashid Shaheed's been playing well too. Like that's like Super Bowl caliber if you have a really good quarterback. If you have a decent quarterback, it should at least win you your division. And like it just doesn't. We didn't score a touchdown at home. And the Bucs defense isn't even that good. So it's just like it's concerning, and it just makes me like, honestly, I'm telling y'all, my Sunday mood was like, all right, fuck it, punt the season, I'm done. Like because if you can't win games like that at home, you can't win games when you're up 17-3. Like now, I think Pete Carmichael, I think our offensive coordinator needs to be fired, but it is what it is. It's bad.
Don't you guys have the Browns' old defensive coordinator too?
Who's the Browns' old defensive coordinator?
Joe Woods.
Maybe. But I don't think he's our DC.
Oh, he's not anymore?
No, I think he's like a position coach.
No.
But Dennis Allen is the one calling, it's just...
I hate defensive head coaches.
Really, well, they just don't. They take care of their side of the ball, but then they don't like the side of the ball that matters the most in the NFL is the offense. So
the only exception right now is D'Amico Ryans.
Right. But I think that their OC's doing well enough with CJ. But CJ's, I'd rather have CJ Stroud, right?
Bro,
like it's
like what is going on with that?
Yeah, it sucks, but I'm not used to this. Like it's just going back to what I was a fan of for a long time. So it's all right.
I'm on the same boat as you, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'm finally so happy that we can talk about this. So you guys can't take shots at me anymore. Broncos get their first win of the season against the Bears after coming back down from 21. They scored 24 unanswered points in the second half. So Russ looked really good. No interceptions for him. He's doing better than Mahomes right now, honestly, stats-wise.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that loss for the Bears falls solely on Eberflus.
Yeah,
like,
and
there's no way.
Fields had a really great game. He had his first 300 plus passing yard game in his career. Yeah. He had 15 straight completions in the first half. He didn't throw an incompletion until the end of the half.
Yeah. He was solid.
He was solid. So Broncos.
I did hear a report though, speaking of the Bears, that if they lose on Thursday night, that Eberflus, they have enough time in between their next game to where they'll feel comfortable in firing Eberflus.
Like, well, and what kills me, like, you're in a position, right, where it's 28-28. Fields drives the ball pretty far down the field. You're well within field goal range. Honestly, if it's 4th and 1, I'm just kicking the field goal.
Exactly.
Because also at least make it feel like Justin Fields, like, you know what, Justin? Good job. You got us down the field. Yeah. You got us in field goal range. We can go in this game. Because guess what? What was the final score of the game again, Zach?
31-28.
For who?
For Denver.
Like, come on, bro. You kicked a field goal maybe you go to OT, or maybe if you kick
Or
the
maybe you
field
win
goal,
the
Denver's
game.
more pressured to go down the field,
Yeah.
and Russ makes a mistake or something happens. So it's just it. I feel bad for Fields, man.
I do
Like
too.
This
now,
game
I
was
still
not.
don't
This game
think
was not on
he's,
Justin Fields either, though. Let's be
but I
honest.
still don't think he's the Fields that we thought he would be at the beginning of the season. But I think that he's better than what everybody's been giving him credit for.
I
Yeah.
think if he continues this string, starting from this last game, if he continues down this path, then, you know, I don't think there's a question anymore. But like, his first 3 games have been very bad, understandably so, with the circumstances he's in and all that stuff. But even despite the circumstances, playing in this game the way how good he played, that's commendable. He
Yeah.
makes the best out of the worst situations. It's crazy.
Yeah, and Thatcher knows how Fields is doing because it's his quarterback on fantasy.
Yeah, well, and the thing is too is like this was the after last week. I'm like, no, I'm done. And then I was like, wait a minute, they're playing Denver. I'm gonna do it, and it paid off. Like he played
Yeah.
well.
Yeah,
Now
and-
Richardson also played really well. So
Richardson does do good.
yeah,
Yes, he
but
did.
I think Richardson. I'm starting Richardson in one of my other leagues, and then I have Stroud in another league. So
I still want Vance Joseph fired.
Well, fair enough.
yeah, well, of
So-
course.
You allowed 28 points to the Bears offense.
On the fact we're the best corner in the league.
Well, I mean,
The best.
One of the best.
You know what's crazy about corners? The best corner in the league changes every single year.
Every
There's
single
never-
week, I feel like.
Like
honestly.
it's never consistent. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I'd say there's a top 5 that fluctuate.
Yeah.
But it's usually the same guys still.
Yeah, but like I said, top 5 that fluctuate, but I don't think you can't call Pat Surtain the best corner in the
I'm
league.
not.
Right
I'm saying one of the best, not the best.
You said the best.
Okay, well I changed my thought. One of the best. Fuck
Yeah,
off.
I agree.
I think the last cornerback that was like undisputably the best
Jalen
was
Ramsey.
no, I think Xavier Howard.
I agree.
Yeah, but then I think Ramsey's had a couple years where he's been the best.
Yeah, before Xavier Howard.
That year that they went to the AFC Championship, he was the best corner in the
Yeah,
league.
right.
Oh
right.
my gosh, he was insane.
Like before Howard, Ramsey undisputed, and I think, you know, I wish.
I think
wish
was
we
it
could
his
go back to it.
first? Was it his first year with the Rams? Or like there was a year he had a year with the Rams too where he was really, really good.
How many years was he
Second.
with the Rams?
Because he left after that year, right? After the AFC Championship year. Well, because he
left
got
NFC.
traded like week 3 or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Because when they went to the AFC Championship and then like 3 weeks later he got traded. I think
Right.
it might have been that year. that
No, he got traded in the next season.
That's what I'm saying. Then
Oh.
no, but he wasn't with them for a full season after. I think he got
Mhm.
traded like 3 weeks into
Yeah.
that next season.
Yeah, he did.
I'll look it up.
Look it up, but we're gonna keep going. Browns lose bad to the Ravens 20-3. Tyson, I think this is a really simple explanation from you if you want to
Yeah.
talk about it.
I mean, play calling was a disaster. You can't throw a fifth-round rookie into a game against one of the league's best defenses and give them the full pot of plays. You know, they're running triple reverses in this guy's first NFL game, and
I'm so sorry. Did Deshaun get injured?
Yeah, he didn't play.
bruised his shoulder.
He didn't play.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just remember seeing the score, so I didn't know that he.
So I honestly think he could have played, and a lot of Browns fans are saying that he probably could have played. But going into a bye, they wanted to make sure that he would be healthy because our next game is against the 49ers. And so that's tough, to say the least. But I will say I'm happy I did not go to Cleveland for the Ravens game. I would have left severely depressed.
That would have sucked.
So,
Okay,
I
so
don't blame
hang on.
DTR at
Back
all.
to Jalen Ramsey just real quick. He played with the Jags for 2016 to 2019, and then the Rams from 2019 to 2022,
Okay.
and then the Dolphins 2023 present. So he's on IR still, but
That's why I don't know anything about him.
But so yeah, so you see that. So that 2017 was the year that they went to the AFC, or 2018,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2019 they went. Okay.
Because 2018 they played the.
Yeah, because I was gonna say he wasn't on the team that the no call happened against. So I know that it was the year after.
Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah.
Anything else? Browns, Ravens.
Lamar Jackson is still a running back playing quarterback, and you cannot tell me otherwise.
Yeah. We can probably say the same thing about Anthony Richardson, honestly.
Anthony Richardson is a better quarterback than Lamar Jackson.
True. All right. Bills flex their muscles against the Dolphins' high-powered offense, blowing them out 48-20, and now look like favorites to win the AFC North. Sorry, not the AFC North, the AFC East, which would be a dogfight. Every division in the AFC is going to be a dogfight this year.
Dude, it's so wild too, because you look at like those teams, right, and you think that like maybe Jags are clear, and then like,
bro, the Jags are,
and then Texans, and now Tennessee's on the board. Same with the Colts.
Texans are different this year. I don't know. I think
if you ask me right now, I'd say Texans win that division. Also, their red uniforms with their red helmets. Oh my gosh, dude.
They're so freaking sexy.
Those might be my favorite alternate helmets, to be honest. Like, I know we talked about like I think helmet alone, that might be one of my favorites.
Facts. Oh, speaking of that, Houston has now lost another O lineman. Texas left guard Kendrick Green suffered a torn meniscus in his right knee. So that's going to be not good for the O-line for Houston, CJ Stroud. Breaking news, guys. But Eagles scrap out a win in OT against the Commanders. That game was just awful to watch. I started the Eagles defense.
Guys, Sam Howell is like good and bad and good and bad and good and bad.
I don't understand it.
Like, he's like, it'll be like 1 week he could literally throw for like 500 yards, 4 tutties, and the next week he throws like 4 picks. Like, what?
Yeah.
Do you think it's maybe play calling with him?
It might be.
Because I think his offense is good enough.
Yeah. And you got Eric Bieniemy as your freaking coordinator, dude. So
sorry, go ahead.
It might be Ron Rivera with
but
how
he's not play calling.
No, but it might be how they develop
because it sounds like
with the game.
It sounds like Bieniemy and Rivera actually don't get along very well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the presence of Rivera and Bieniemy working together.
I think it could be Bieniemy as their head coach next year.
Really?
Or sometime at this year if they keep playing poo-poo.
Yeah. But
if another kind of like talking about how we're like, oh, go for the field goal, right? I go for 2 when you score that touchdown. I would end the game. And if you lose it, and you're like, well, hey, we wanted to try to win the game, but like, I don't want to go to OT with Jalen Hurts in Philly. I don't want to do that.
But here's the thing. If you know you get to call the coin toss, tails never fails. So
but
I'm
that's
going for it.
Yeah, but I would have gone for 2 because then you would have won the game. I think they would have won the game.
50-50 chance you would have won.
The new rules are in place, yeah, for their whole season.
What new rules?
The new OT rules. They're for regular season now, right? Or no?
I don't think so.
Just playoffs.
What were the new OT rules?
The one where both teams get the ball.
Both teams do get the ball. Oh, well, no. Okay. Well, never mind. Right.
No, I would have gone, but it's not a 50-50 if you would have gone for 2, because like I'm saying, if you would have gotten the 2, you would have won the game. That's what I meant. But like, I just like that call a lot more. Like, to be like, you know what? We wanted to get out of there with a win. We were trying to just end it then. And if you lose, then that's what you say. Like, hey, we were just trying to end it right there. You know, we liked our chances in OT, but we would have rather just won it.
Nice.
Like, and then how cool would that have been for Sam Howell? But if they would have done it, but I don't know.
Speaking of short yardage situations, what are your guys' opinions on the Philly tush push? Do you think it should be banned, or do you think?
I think it should be illegal after the season.
Wait, what? The push?
Yeah, the rugby push. That's what they call it.
Everybody else just do it then.
Like, here's what I don't understand. The Philly are the only team that can successfully execute it every single time. It doesn't make any sense.
Oregon State did it this weekend. Did you guys see that?
But they did. They faked it. They faked it though.
No, they didn't. They
didn't. They ran it.
They ran and and Ugale got the first down. Is a 4th and 1. Now the Utes actually almost stopped them because like Lander like jumped over the line and almost got him because they knew what they were doing. But it just shows like
No, but
Well,
they
but
also
you say that
did a
they're
trick
the
play
only
off of
team.
it.
They're the only team who's been able to like
In
successfully
the
do it, but
NFL.
nobody else is really trying it.
Well, I saw it a lot more this week, and it got stopped a lot more this week.
I think it depends on the size of the quarterback. Like if it's Kyler Murray,
But I also just think like people are complaining about these plays, but like then just stop them.
Like it's a game of strategy. Why are we
Right.
banning strategy?
Right. Like
Like I
if
personally,
I play soccer and I have like if I'm a coach, I'll be like, you know what? Their right back looks like he's kind of fat and slow. I'm gonna put my fastest winger on that side. That's not cheating. It just means you can't stop him.
or
are
like
you talking about yourself in some way?
Nope. I'm
you're
just
Okay.
gonna
talking about me being a coach.
Oh,
it's like banning park the bus. I mean, no one likes it,
Yeah, facts.
but you can't. Like, what are you gonna do?
That would have been handy for today.
Yeah, right. But I don't know. It's kind of like the Kenny Pickett fake slide. Like I understand
oh
it
yeah.
poses an injury thing, but if like let him do it. It's there's no different than a juke, in my opinion. So I don't know. I hate banning stuff that
I hate banning
halts the
stuff that shouldn't
creativity.
like you just can't stop. Like that's
Yeah,
my thing. It's like if you just can't stop it, then come up with a play that other people can't stop.
right. Or come up with a way to stop it.
Or use the play and get good at it.
Right.
Just the thought.
Right.
Yeah.
If you need an automatic 2 yards, dude, the
I'm
Eagles one is kind of wild too because it can get them like 3-4
Bro,
yards
I don't
sometimes.
understand. Like they're
they have
pushing.
a they have a very good line.
It's
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey, man. I'm
I
telling
was
you.
about to say that too. But I'm 50-50 on the tush push. If I keep hearing people complain about Caleb, shut the fuck up. But if I keep hearing people complaining about it, then I'll be like, okay, you need to be quiet or the league will do something about it. Because
Well,
People
and
need
it's
to be
just
quiet
stupid.
about Taylor
Well,
Swift.
I've heard I will get to that, I'm sure.
yeah, we're gonna get into
But
that.
I've heard like even on New Heights, the Kelsey podcast, like Jason even said, I mean, of course he's gonna say this, but he's like, just stop it then. Or if you're gonna hate so much, then why don't you use it? Or something like that. Like you're just
Yeah.
hating on it because it works.
Like it's the most effective short yardage play in the entire game. Why not
And like
use
I
it?
remember they ran it in the Super Bowl and it was 3rd and goal or something like that. My mom's like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna get it. And they lined up like that. I'm like, touchdown. They scored a touchdown.
It's automatic. It's
It's
automatic.
automatic. Now, whatever Utah's defense ran, everybody else run that.
Right.
Because I actually think that they were short. I don't know about you, but I remember
They were
when
short.
I think he was short.
think
They
But
were short.
he technically like they gave it. So
Hmm.
but like whatever Utah's defense ran did pretty well.
I mean, I've seen I've seen teams try to innovate to stop it. Like you see the defensive lineman pretty much laying on the ground. And, you know, I've seen
Chicago almost ran against Denver. They lined up in the same like a similar formation to it, but they handed it off to their fullback and they got stopped.
See, like why not just do a tush push there? I don't understand it. And
I
then,
think
like,
it's just as much about the people who are pushing them and how they're pushing them than it is about like actually running the play. Because like your quarterback,
Right.
because the idea is right, the quarterback takes it and goes forward and starts running as much as he can, but gets pushed.
Right.
And so like if the guys are like, "Huh," or like maybe there's a certain part that you have to push that like makes it better, but like
Yeah, well, you got to push the tush.
yeah, but
Way to do
I
it.
don't know. I mean, also I think Jason Kelsey actually does play a big part in it because
Of course.
he's
the one
the
snapping the
greatest
ball.
center of all time.
He's
Yeah.
the one snapping the ball too.
Yeah.
It's probably mostly on the center to
Yeah.
get that quick, you know,
Exactly.
connection. So.
Well, and especially if you like guards pulling or tackles pulling too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
there's that. But all right, moving on. Rams win it in OT. Puka Nacua caught the winning touchdown and also won me the fantasy matchup for my week. So
Sell
thank
high
you.
on Puka Nacua right now in fantasy.
I know,
because
right?
His production's going to go down as soon as
Cup,
Cook
yeah.
comes back.
AR leading on the goals to a grand comeback to take the game in OT. They did not, but the Rams did pull out a win. Matt Stafford threw his first touchdown of the year, guys.
He looked good.
Rams look good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now
I
I'm
told-
really glad that I'm not going to that Thursday night game
Yeah.
because at this moment, and can you imagine a worse feeling? I go to LA to watch the Saints play, and they lose, and Puka Nacua scores a touchdown.
Oh. I do still think the Cardinals are the best team in that division. I mean, the Cardinals could beat the Rams easy, I think.
What about San Fran though?
Hey,
Cardinals beat San Fran.
how about the Seahawks?
Hold on.
The Seahawks are just
I did
bad.
not actually see the score of this San Fran game.
Seahawks are not bad.
Seahawks are not bad.
Bro.
They beat the Lions in Detroit, which the Lions beat the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are we doing this like succession thing?
No, but I'm just saying, like, but look at who the Lions have played and beat, right? Like, okay, they beat the Falcons, but the Falcons started hot. They beat the Packers at Lambeau on Thursday Night Football handedly, and they beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead. And Seattle went to Detroit and beat them.
Here's the thing: the Chiefs are not a Are not a convincing win anymore.
They barely won this Sunday.
They barely won against Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
So they're not. I don't consider them a convincing win. I consider beating San Fran a convincing win,
or Buffalo,
or Miami.
Yeah,
that's a.
I think that's fair, but I also think like they're still the Chiefs. Like if the Browns beat the Chiefs, you'd be like, "We beat the Chiefs."
Well, I would because we got screwed over in the playoffs against.
But it's also they're the Chiefs, right? Like if the Saints beat the Chiefs by some miracle, like Jameis threw an 80-yard touchdown, like I'd be like, we beat the Chiefs.
Listen, I'd say we'd be going to the Super Bowl if we beat the Bears. I don't care at this point. I just need to win.
I mean, I feel that. We do play the Patriots this weekend, so I feel all right. Feel all right.
Yeah.
We find a way to lose that one. I might have to quit. Might have to quit being a sports fan. Golly. Can you imagine, like, okay, the Bucks looked good, but like, can you imagine losing 3 weeks in a row to Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, and Mac Jones? I would.
Is that who the Saints play this week?
Yeah, the Saints play the Patriots.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, imagine if Arsenal lose and the Saints lose.
Don't.
Would you just like not come on the podcast?
And I have to work on Sunday, so both of them would happen while I'd be at work.
Well, at least you can't pay attention.
I mean, at least you can't watch it.
No, it'd be worse because then they're like, customers would be like, "How are you doing?" Awful. Doing awful. Well, the nice thing is cool. What's cool about work is that I can wear whatever I want. So I generally wear if Arsenal has a game on Sunday, then I always wear Arsenal jersey to work. And then if the Saints play and Arsenal doesn't play, I'll wear a Saints jersey. So
but both teams are playing, so what are you gonna wear?
Arsenal, because they're the ones that I actually have more confidence in to do anything.
Okay.
You should wear. Do you have the Arsenal black jersey?
I don't want to wear that to work.
Wear that underneath a Saints jersey.
Yeah, but I don't want to wear that to work in general. There's too much grease and bleach and stuff at work.
True. I
like the only jersey I wear that Aubameyang jersey to work because it's like trashed, and then I'll wear like any of my Saints jerseys at this point, other than the white ones.
Obama blood clot yang.
Blood clot yang.
Blood clot yang.
Okay. CJ Stroud leads the Texans to a dominant victory over the struggling Steelers. That was a really good game for CJ Stroud. Mm-hmm. He is on pace. He's averaging 300 passing yards a game, guys. It's fucking nuts.
And hasn't thrown an interception.
0 interceptions. Jags beat the Falcons in Andy's room, if you know what we're talking about.
Honestly, that was kind of a cool thing. I watched it. It was pretty cool.
Was like, I thought I was tripping on the freaking drug watching that. Well,
most of the time you are.
I'm not. I am not. I am not. Whatever. But Desmond Ridder was poo-poo. He threw like 4 picks.
Yeah.
That was crazy. The Bengals still suck. They lost 24-3. So I know.
Yeah. Huday's going to stay out of the playoffs. Good.
27-3 or was it 24?
28-3.
20. Okay. Whatever. I don't know.
Was it
Falcons.
20, it was 27 or 28.
Bro, the Bengals got me in shambles. He was like, you shit yourself. The Bengals.
I'm glad that my second favorite team is in the Bengals, so at least my second favorite team doesn't suck.
Who is your second favorite team?
Not the Bengals.
Tell us right now, I will not kiss you for the rest of the week.
I don't think I even have one, but I'm saying
I think you do.
I would say probably the Seahawks if I had to choose one. But they don't suck that bad. So they're the same record as my other team. So the Bengals are bad, bro.
Bengals!
What happened?
Okay, moving on. Chiefs edge to Zach Wilson's Jets. That was a horrible call for the ref. No holding, nada. That was so stupid
I think
Which
here's
call?
the thing.
Sorry.
against Sauce.
So Sauce did hold. He did hold, but they missed a blatant hold on the line.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jermaine Johnson was
Jermaine
being held
Johnson
for
was
like
being
Yeah,
held
he's just
20
like
minutes.
he's just like flapping his wings.
He's literally like, well, and he's trying to push. Who
Yeah.
is that? Who is the guy? Who's their O lineman? He was
Juwan
the one who
Taylor.
was having all those false starts too on Monday night or
Juwan
Thursday
Taylor.
night. That first
Juwan
Thursday
Taylor.
night.
Juwan
Yeah,
Taylor.
Yeah, dude. And like,
Huh?
what the heck? Whoa. Sorry, I thought I got exited out of the Zoom. I'm getting a phone call. So give me a second.
Okay.
but Sauce he hooked him, but Jermaine Johnson should have been called. He should have been. He should
Yeah,
have.
he's just like flapping his wings the whole time.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
But here's the thing: Garrett Wilson won me my fantasy game by one catch.
Hey, let's go.
I won 107, 106
Russ,
after coming back.
I won in our league on Win Thatcher. I'm finally not winless. So I'm 1-3.
Nice.
Yeah, that was cool.
Just like the Broncos.
I'm very annoyed at the Taylor Swift shit. So please
am
knock
too.
it off.
Yeah.
Travis
like,
Kelce's already in the map way before he was dating Taylor Swift. So
It's getting out of hand.
it's getting out of hand. And if they're making good money off of it, cool. But like it's getting annoying.
But here's the thing: the NFL is simping so much for Taylor Swift that it's acting like Taylor Swift is bigger than the NFL. Taylor Swift
Yeah,
is not
exactly.
bigger than
And
the
it's
NFL.
like the referees are on the Chiefs' side because Taylor Swift is there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's annoying. I think that the NFL should have some respect for themselves because
yeah.
this is actually embarrassing. It really is.
We play the Chiefs Thursday night, not next week, but the week after in week 7.
Mm-hmm.
I am hoping to God that we kick the shit out of them. Yeah. We're not, because it's the Chiefs and our defense is so dog shit.
Yeah.
But it'd be kind of cool to see the Chiefs lose. But
Like, how did the Chiefs go from one hateable situation with Brittany Mahomes to another with
And they're both
Taylor
together.
Swift?
They were both in the
And
suite
they're both in
together.
the suite together.
and Hugh Jackman was there and Ryan Reynolds was there. Yeah.
Sorry, say the last guy's name again.
Ryan Reynolds.
Sorry, say it again.
Say
Reynolds, I don't care. I'm sick. Fuck you guys.
That has nothing to do with the fact that you said Reynolds.
Reynolds.
That's weird.
Oh,
Also, the
damn.
disrespect to Ryan Reynolds, because there's that picture of like Taylor Swift walking in. You could see like half of Ryan Reynolds' face, and they're like,
Bro.
Taylor Swift is in the building. Like, my husband's back there. Like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He just pulls
Also,
out his...
time to do my Wrexham career mode. I'm pretty excited.
Ooh.
Do they have their
yeah.
stadium in the game?
I don't know yet. I'll have to check. But
hey, can we finish this before we talk about this real quick?
Finish your mom.
Jesus Christ.
Walked into that one. Okay, keep going.
Vikings finally getting a win in the column. They beat Carolina. So that's kind of nice. Seahawks cruised by the Giants with 11 sacks, which is a franchise record. But they lose Geno in the process. So we will see.
Drew Lock did good.
Drew Lock did good.
Drew Lock did good.
He's better in Seattle. But John Mitchell-Smith and Daniel Bellinger did get hurt on the tush push.
Who is John Mitchell-Schmidt?
Rookie center and yeah.
I was like, who in the world is that?
Schmidt's is dealing with a shoulder injury and Bellinger sustained a knee injury.
Okay.
So, yeah. Week 5 preview. Cowboys versus 49ers. That's going to be a really good one. I think that's America's game of the week as well. Eagles versus the Rams. Jags versus Bills, which would be the international series this week. Jags are just back-to-back in the international series, I guess.
I think
which is better because then they just stay out there.
The Jags, this will be their 11th game in London. Mm-hmm. I think the NFL's trying
to the London Jaguars.
The London Jaguars.
They should change their name. They should be the Jaguars. Because that's
honestly, bro.
That's how they say it in England. Yeah.
Well, and also they make the cars Jaguar.
Yeah, the London Jaguars.
The London bro. It's done deal.
NFL.
NFL.
Listen up. The London Jaguars. How much better does it sound when you say Trevor Lawrence? Oh,
Oh,
T-Law.
do you fancy a chat,
Taylor.
Tilo?
Going to Calvin Ridley for
Going
the
over to
absolute touchdown.
hand off to Travis Etienne.
Yeah, ETN takes it 89 yards for the touchdown
Did you?
for the Jaguars.
He's just more calm. They're just more calm, and then over here is Gus Jones. He's like, "Wow!" But all right, Jets are at the Broncos. I'm hoping the Jets lose because the Broncos are playing them. Saints are at the Patriots. Hopefully, Thatcher's Saints don't lose to Mac Jones. And then Browns are on bye this week, so Elijah gets to take a chill pill. But he is going to the Arizona Bengals game, so hopefully he doesn't leave depressed. I don't know
Dude,
who he's rooting for.
it's so annoying you guys have such an early bye because I have Amari Cooper and I'm like, come on, man.
Here's the thing: the early buy is going to help you. I'm telling you right now, the early buy is going to help you. Because then you have him for the rest of the season. When the offense really gets going, there's going to be no breaks, and you're just going to be cruising. You're just going to be cruising.
Yep. And then some updates. Kenny Pickett is considered day-to-day with a knee injury. He exited Sunday's game with a knee injury. Mitch Trubisky had to go in. And then Tre'Davious White is out for the rest of the season with a torn Achilles. That may cannot catch a break.
He is so injury prone.
Yeah. And Javonte Williams has a hip flexor injury. He shouldn't be out for long. But we did just sign Traquan Williams to the practice squad.
Hey, and Saquon is going to be back soon too.
Saquon will be back either this week or next week.
Fantasy already has him projected to put up 17 points. So
Yep. But all right, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, we're gonna cover Champions League and Europe recap. This should be a really quick break for us. La Liga, Premier, and then we got some NBA and MLB stuff to go over as the playoffs start today. For us, the second games will be for you guys today. So we will be right back. Take it easy, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. We had to take a quick break, make sure we had our facts straight, and also we had to get updates on the two games that were going on earlier today for wildcard for MLB. We'll go over that in a minute. We're going to go over some Champion League games and some Europa League games coming up. Europa starts back up on Thursday. Yeah.
The best league.
whoa.
Yeah.
So,
The best league.
I only know that by heart because we were in it forever.
yeah.
I hope I don't have to memorize that.
That's the only part I know, like the whoa.
Well, that's the best part. It don't matter.
It is the best part.
Thatcher's a nice team. Did play today for Champions League. Real Madrid escaped with a win against
My
Napoli.
team did not play today.
Hey, Real Madrid escapes with a win against Napoli 3-2 with an own goal in the 78th minute. It was 2-2. With Valverde taking a shot from outside the box, and it deflected off the goalie's back, and Bellingham was player of the match, which he said anybody could have been player of the match, which I think is kind of cool. Lens also escapes with a win against Arsenal 2-1. Saka did get hurt, and it is not looking good for Saka. Thatcher's really depressed right now about it, so we're not going to talk about it. But games happening today as it's going up. We got PSG at Newcastle. That's going to be a really good one. Newcastle did tie their first game. So, and then we got Barcelona at FC Porto as well. And Manchester United did lose, by the way.
United.
Wilfred Zaha scored for Galatasaray, by the way. Did you see that, Elijah?
I did too, actually.
Because I was watching. United.
He might be one of my favorite content creators. He is so funny.
Angry Ginge,
bro.
I was watching Castro during the game.
Elijah, you got to watch the Speed 50v1, by the way, or 20v1.
I did. I watched it.
It's so
good. Hilarious, bro. It's the best one.
Zach and I were dying when it was like he was having to do all the animals, and then they were like dinosaur, and he was like, yeah, right.
And he still got their numbers.
Yeah,
he got
dude.
every girl's number.
I need to finish it.
Bro.
Dude, he literally, at the last one, he got two girls' numbers at once.
Yep.
After he literally told one of the girls that she was like super boring and he didn't want to talk to her, and she still gave him her number.
Bro,
his inner Portuguese, guys.
Oh, yeah. And then that one where he had to speak all the Portuguese, bro.
I can't sound translate. Okay.
So good.
And then Europa League, the only notable game we're going to note is Union SG at Liverpool, just because it's Elijah's team. So, yeah, love you, bud.
Thank you.
La Liga, Real Madrid retakes the table with a win against Girona, 3-0. And then Premier last weekend, Elijah, you can go into more depth about this because I know you have very, very much to say about this.
Yeah.
Tottenham beats Liverpool 2-1 after Liverpool gets 2 red cards and a no-goal call on an onside.
Dude,
so
the audio that came out today.
Yeah.
the audio is I don't
Well
I
done,
don't-
lads.
Well done, lads.
I
Go
don't
check out the
know.
audio.
Yeah, check out the audio.
Fabian did post it on his Twitter.
I don't know. I think I I think it's what's the point of VAR? What's the point of VAR? Honestly,
That
it's
was really
it's
rigged.
supposed to help mitigate human error, but it's only adding to human error.
Yeah.
Because it's a human controlled system. It's not,
Yeah.
on its own.
Dude,
And
there was a call today against Madrid and Napoli, and Napoli got a penalty kick off of it,
Napoli,
and it wasn't a foul.
Napoli.
You
But yeah,
still
they got a
won
penalty.
Crimea River.
They still won, but that should not have been a penalty kick.
Speaking of Napoli, though, their fans are insane. When we were
Yeah,
in
they
Italy
are.
this summer, oh my gosh, bro, they're like literally. They had Napoli stuff on the cathedral, like as
That's
well.
badass.
Yeah,
Of course they fucking did.
yeah. So
United!
United.
Napoli!
But yeah, I it's too late now for them to do anything. But Liverpool, I think in that situation where it's so blatant, I think the least they can do is fire the ref so that he doesn't do it for other teams. Because obviously, I wouldn't want any other team to go through what Liverpool went through. But I think there should be some sort of point consolation as well, because it's absolutely unacceptable what happened the whole game, and that bald-headed bozo had money on Tottenham, probably.
Probably.
So that's all I have to say.
Well, and I also think it says a lot about Tottenham that they couldn't even do that well against you guys while they had 2 men.
We had 9 men on the pitch, and
the only reason they won was an own goal.
We won the game. And we got ripped.
Do you think?
And like they didn't even score themselves. They relied on one of your 9 players to score an own goal. Like Tottenham are frauds.
But I also think if we can look at it from a positive standpoint, which is there are very few, because obviously that hurts our chances at challenging for the top. But I will say that it gives me faith that we can still compete with 9 players on the pitch. That is something that a lot of teams cannot do.
I mean, you guys. I played Thatcher with Liverpool and FC last night. You guys got some solid players.
Yeah, and also Dominique Szoboszlai is probably the best midfielder we've had since Steven Gerrard. And he'll probably go down as being as good as Gerrard when it's all said and done. Because how old is he? Like 22, 23, something like that.
So. Something
wild.
Like that. Yeah. If we can get back to our days where we're in the Champions League final.
Whoa.
But I don't know. I think we're getting back to where we should be, and it's you can't bank the whole season on this one game. You still have to fight.
It really sucks you guys aren't in the Champions League this year, because you could make a run at it, Like
Right.
It just sucks. Because I think Champions League this year is like wide open.
Yeah, I don't see anyone that's a solidified, favorite. So I don't know. It is what it is. We win the Europa League. Hopefully, we come back with a more reinforced squad, Champions League next year, and we challenge for the title and for the Champions League.
Yeah,
again.
the transfer hub's gonna be wild this year.
Yeah. So, anyways, up the Reds, and we move on.
Do you guys think you should have gotten points or
I think we
a
should.
draw?
I think we should at least have 1 point, because.
Yeah, but they're not gonna give it back.
Yeah.
Right, I know, that's what I'm saying. They won't.
I think that performance deserved a tie. I don't think that you guys deserve to win just because
Like at
Like
least
I
like
watched that whole game too,
you're getting a
and
point though,
yeah,
right?
but I'm saying like I think a
Yeah.
tie was what was deserved,
Right. I think
and
I
I
think
think it's
what would
criminal
be
that you didn't get a
what
tie.
would be what would be honest and fair compensation if they were actually serious about fixing the issues would be giving us a point and firing that ref. That's pretty
Well,
serious.
but again, dude, like I totally feel you. Like last year, Arsenal had two that the refs came out. What really kills me is how are they saying these things like what a day after?
Bro, a day,
Like
2 days after, it doesn't make
like
any.
No, it's
well,
three
like the
days
Arsenal
now.
one, like the last year's, we had two, and they both came out like literally. The Brentford one came out later that night, and the Manchester United one came out the next day. I'm like, so you guys know that you're wrong this quickly, but yet you can't do it while you're actually making the decision that matters.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
And I
Yeah.
think this also reinforces what you and me, Thatcher, that we've been saying for a long time, which is that VAR is a pointless system. That it doesn't add anything to the quality of the game, to the fairness and equity of the game. It just makes it more technical. I'd rather have human error mess up than have someone,
That's what I think too.
like have a second opinion still mess up.
Well, and like also think about like the offside lines being drawn, like how they draw the lines wrong. That's literally human error. So if you're
Yeah,
gonna have human error, then just take VAR away.
Yeah,
there's no
wasn't
point.
they're like this like that like wide when they're supposed to be like this big.
Well,
Right?
and also the Brentford one against Arsenal, like literally it was drawn like this. It was like
Yeah, they don't even get the angle right. Is
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a waste. I think it also takes away from the beauty of the game because it's too technical to a point where even if you score an obvious goal, you're still like, oh no, is the offsides by the hair of his chinny chin chins, So yeah.
Pause real quick, guys. I just found an article. Travis Hunter will likely miss the team's next 2 weeks as he's still recovering from a lacerated liver. So
that's not a
sorry.
surprise.
Yeah, so,
I
but sorry.
figured as much, but
Yeah, sorry. Just quick pause.
no, you're good. You're good. That's
Anything
actually
else? Anything else on that?
it's good that he's recovering.
I think that's about good for soccer for the weekend.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
No, I got more. Got more.
Wait,
What?
Tottenham, or sorry, not Tottenham. Wolves get a win over Manchester City last
Oh
weekend,
yeah,
2-1.
that
Which
the Korean guy, he scored.
he scored.
Chan?
No, did you not see that, Elijah? Pep Guardiola's interview before the Wolves game, he's like, wow, they have lots of great players. They have this guy, the Korean guy. They have lots of good players. The Korean guy was the one who scored on them and won them the game.
Yeah, but the Korean guy is Hwang Chan, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying that
Yeah.
that's what Pep said before the game. He didn't even say Hwang Hee-chan. He said the Korean guy. And then after the game, Wolves tweeted out a picture of him celebrating, and it says the Korean guy.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. And then Arsenal cruised by Bournemouth 4-0.
Come on, Kai Havertz! Get in there, Kai!
Did you just say Bournemouth?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. I don't know.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Sorry.
But
I apologize.
I would really like to say, do you guys I'm sure Zach hasn't, but Elijah, have you heard the Kai Havertz chant?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
Can
it's
you do
so
it for
good.
us? We're live
I
rendition.
will sing it for you.
Okay.
Okay, so it's the Shakira's Africa song, So it goes Samina Mina, waka waka, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Isn't that amazing?
That is.
They sang that for 10 minutes after he scored his penalty. 10 minutes straight. And last year at Bournemouth was when Saliba scored his banger, and that's when they did the tequila song over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So, hey man, he didn't do it today, but Kai looked good today. But I think it was really cool because Odegaard gave Kai the penalty kick to score, and I really, really like that. I think that
he needs every opportunity he gets to build up his confidence.
And something that made me like kind of like, oh, is like our whole away section, because it was right behind that goal. And the whole away section like erupted when Kai got the ball, not even when he scored, when they gave it to him, and they were all like super pumped. So I'm really happy for him.
Yeah.
I think that he can be our guy. He just needs more time. And I think he needs a little more patience from Arsenal fans, because immediately they're demanding like greatness. And it's like, okay, you got to give it some time.
And he's proven it in the Bundesliga. He was
Yeah.
incredible.
Well, and even in the Champions League final for Chelsea, he's the one who scored the game-winning goal. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, I think there's a lot of pressure on him, but I think it's because there's a lot of pressure on Arsenal in particular this season.
Right.
So I think he's inherited a lot of that, but I'm glad that
Yeah.
he got his goal. And thank you for the Korean guy to score the goal.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Premier League this weekend. Manchester City is going to be at Arsenal. So Saka is going to be out most likely, unfortunately. That's a big loss for the
Is Trossard going to be in his place?
Patrick.
Dude, Trossard played today and he was so bad.
I don't know. But he's good in the Prem.
So here's what I would do, and here's what won't happen too, though. So I would play Jesus through the middle. I'd play Trossard on the left, and I'd play Reece Nelson on the right.
Oh.
But what will happen is that Arteta will play Trossard and Kedia, Jesus on the right.
You guys
didn't
play
know you guys-
4-3-3, yeah?
Huh?
It's a 4-3-3 you guys won, yeah?
Yeah, but it's just like,
I didn't
he's
know
gonna
you guys
play
had
Eddie.
Reece Nelson still. I thought he
Huh?
went to like I thought Reece Nelson went to like
No, he's-
Hoffenheim or something like that.
well, remember Reece scored that insane Bournemouth goal last year that we won at the very end?
Yeah. But he was
Yeah.
on loan. You guys had him on loan for a while.
Yeah. But that's what I would do. I'd do Trossard, Jesus. We look better when Jesus leads the line. Trossard, Jesus, Reece, and then you can bring Eddie on later, but he'll start Eddie because Eddie didn't start today. It'll be Eddie, Trossard, and Jesus on the right, which I just hate.
Yeah, that's not good.
But whatever.
Rice is playing, yeah.
Yeah. He's incredible. He's so good, bro.
You ever thought they could play Rice more forward like they do with Bellingham, too?
Mm-mm.
You don't think so?
He's a defensive.
More defensive
I mean,
center?
he can score goals, but
But he's-
only scores goals because he's like already outside the box because of where his positioning is.
Right.
But we don't need him any farther forward than he is.
Yeah.
We need a right winger. He's not a right winger.
Like
so-
Bellingham could play striker if you needed him to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played Vinny. We did two. I think it was a 4-4-2 today. Vinny and Rodrigo were the strikers. And then
I will say
Bellingham
though, I
was
saw
behind.
something with Jude. In 9 games this season, he has 8 goals. That is an incredible.
He's
incredible
playing
stat.
like a mature player. Like he's like a veteran. But I
He-
don't want to jinx. I'm not
he
jinxing.
is-
I'm not jinxing anything.
He is like a top 5 at least midfielder in the world. Top 3.
Yeah.
He's a top 3 player in the world.
Yeah.
I think it goes Holland, him, and who would be the third?
Probably you'd have to say Mbappe.
Mhm.
Has Mbappe been doing that good this year?
But right
I don't
now
know.
in the world, if you were to say name 3 players,
Oh,
I'd say those
probably
3.
Vinny. I'd probably put Vinny over Mbappe right now.
I wouldn't. But you're an Mbappe hater, so
I just don't think Mbappe has proven anything until he goes outside of Liga.
I
Yeah.
disagree. But okay.
Well, I mean, they had Messi and Neymar last year too.
Yeah, but
PSG.
that has nothing to do with Mbappe.
I don't know.
It has nothing to do with him though. Like just
will
because you
say-
have other players on your team.
Mbappe should have left for Madrid
Yeah,
Thank
he should have.
you. But
because they're the only team that can afford him.
yeah, literally, we could afford Holland too, honestly. But no, I
Holland
saw.
won't leave. I don't think Holland.
I don't
will
think
leave.
he'll leave yet.
I've been hearing more about like I don't know if you guys get Mbappe, there's no reason
They might.
Well, they won't get both, but I think they'll get one or the other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna hold off in 2024 though. That came
I
out
think
last week.
I think that Holland could end up there though if they don't get Mbappe.
But then who goes for Mbappe?
Manchester,
Nobody.
You just
or he
stay
stays
with
in,
PSG?
or he stays PSG, or he goes to Saudi Arabia.
Ugh. I think he should have gone to Saudi this year. and
I
then
don't
go
think
to-
he'll go to Saudi Arabia because he already said no to
He
Saudi.
turned down
Yeah.
probably the biggest deal that'll ever happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But all right, and then other EPL games, Premier League, Newcastle, West Ham, and Brentford at Manchester United. Those are the games we kind of noted. So, all right, quick NBA update. Drew Holiday has been traded to the Boston Celtics from Portland. They acquired Drew Holiday from the Damian Lillard trade last week, but Portland's getting Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Williams, and first-round draft picks.
Yeah.
Fucking Portland just fleeced the shit out of Boston.
so I will object and say that Boston won that trade because they're getting a dog that Marcus Smart left. He left that void in the team.
Where are you
Dude,
signing? The
I
Grizzlies?
Marcus Smart's on the Grizzlies. I
He's on the
forgot about
Grizzlies.
that too. That's so
Yeah.
wild.
Okay, never mind. I thought Marcus Smart was still on the Celtics. My bad.
No,
I
he's
forgot
on the
about that.
Grizzlies.
So never mind. They didn't get fleeced. But
Wait, but why would you think if they had Marcus Smart that they got fleeced?
just guess. I don't know.
That would be a nasty backcourt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
I don't
would
know,
be.
but why would that make the difference? Wouldn't you make it the other way around?
Yeah, I would make it the other way around.
I think that Drew Holiday is one of the most underrated players in the league.
I don't get why Portland didn't keep him then.
Because
I think
they
it's because
wanna-
he's older and they are rebuilding, so they're
He's
just
the
kind of
same
like
fucking age as Dame.
Here's the thing: Holiday didn't want to be there.
they moved off of Dame.
Holiday didn't want to be there.
Okay.
No.
He wants.
I
to
think
play for
I still think
Portland.
Malcolm Brogdon's a good pickup though.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
he's a great pickup, and I think
Same
he'll
with Robert
help.
Williams.
He'll help Scoot develop. You know,
Dude, I think the Blazers are gonna be
the
decent.
Blazers are going to be decent. They
They
have
have
a solid
Ayton,
team.
Scoot, Brogdon, Robert Williams.
Do they still have
Pretty
Jeremy
good.
Grant?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that's solid.
Yeah, they got a good squad.
Scoot and Brogdon in the backcourt.
I think that the Bucks made off worst out of all 4 teams in that trade. I think
Yeah,
the
they only got
Suns.
Dame.
Yeah, I know. I think the Suns, the Trailblazers, and the Celtics are better because of that trade, and Milwaukee are going to regret it.
Didn't Dame have a trade clause?
I have no clue.
I think Dame had a no trade clause. Like I think he had to waive it to go to Milwaukee.
I still don't think they're the best team in the East. I still think Boston is the best team.
I
in the
think
East.
Boston with the Drew Holiday pickup are the best team in the East.
Yeah.
But I think, I don't know. I still actually would trust Milwaukee to win the championship more than Boston because they've already done it.
Yeah, but we don't know because who's their head coach now?
I don't necessarily think it matters if you have Giannis, Chris Middleton, and Dame.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying last week too. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it with the new coach in a new system.
I don't think it matters that much.
I think it
Yeah.
matters with injuries.
But I don't think it matters. But I don't think it matters. Like with the guys that are there, I don't think the coaching matters. I think it's like when you look at like the Lakers or something, coaching matters because you got like AD who's kind of a diva. You got LeBron who runs the league basically. Like, but or even like if you were to go, to like Philadelphia, right? Because you got Harden who's just the biggest diva in the world, and then you got Embiid who's kind of just weird. Like I think that's where coaching matters, but I think on a team with like Giannis and Middleton and Dame, who none of which have been really proven to be that big of a diva. Like
So here's where I'll actually say, in that situation, coaching matters more because I feel like, so let's say when the Cavs were in their finals run for like 5 years, right? They had incredibly mid coaches, but they had LeBron, who was essentially our head coach in every single finals run. I don't think the Bucks have that LeBron leadership. I don't
but
think
you
Giannis is
can't
that
compare.
guy.
That's not fair though, because LeBron is just LeBron.
No, but
know?
but people have LeBron leadership. You can have the leadership aspect. You don't have to be LeBron to be a leader. I don't think anybody on the Bucks is that.
I don't know. I think that Dame and Giannis both have pretty good leadership skills.
They do.
I don't know.
I think
Adrian
Giannis more
Griffin-
than Dame.
Adrian Griffin is the new coach of the Bucks, by the way. He was one of the assistant coaches of Nick Nurse.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, so they're keeping somebody who was already there.
Mm.
Good. Then they're already used to it.
Wait, what? No,
Huh?
Right?
no.
But didn't Nurse went to
Budenholzer was their last head coach.
Budenholzer. Where did Nurse end up
Nurse
going?
is in Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, Nurse went to Philly, but wasn't he also in Toronto, right?
He was
Yeah.
in Toronto. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
he went to Philly. And
So
Yeah.
he was on.
I actually think that's good then, because then he's had to kind of deal with the diva-ness and
Mm.
like kind of knows how to get guys in check if they need to get in check.
I still don't think Harden's going to be on the Sixers.
No.
No,
And
so
do
he
you th-
was not there for media day because he
Oh
wants to get
no,
traded.
we have to
Harden?
talk
Oh.
about. We have to talk about. Okay. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, he wasn't present for media day. He's definitely looking to get traded.
So I have a before you do something, Thatcher, I have a hypothetical.
Mhm.
If the Bucks do not win the finals this year, does Giannis leave in free agency?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
If someone offers him more money?
No.
Why?
Because I think Giannis is loyal, and I also think. Okay, but also
Where else would he go?
no.
Like,
hang on.
what? What team would he go to?
That's not even the point that he's asking. He's asking if somebody came in and offered him more money.
Yeah.
I think that yes, championships are by what you measure success as, right? Like
Right.
if you win championships, okay. But they've won a championship already.
Right.
And they've been what? They've been to three Eastern Conference finals? 3? Because they've been to 3 and then the one that they actually won, they won the championship, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, they were out first round last year.
Yeah, but they had injuries.
Yeah.
I don't really.
So I think they've been to 3 and then they've
2 or
won.
3. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's really good already.
Mm-hmm.
And then like let's say okay, now I think it depends. You say that they don't win the finals. In what
Yes.
way? Like
let's say they're
if they go
playing.
to the finals and lose in the finals, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No. Then
You
for
don't
sure
think so?
not. Because it shows that you can get there. So because like the thing is I don't think people understand how hard it is to completely reset. Like if Giannis, let's just say you went to like the Lakers or something. Maybe not that's not the best example because they have LeBron. Let's say he went to like the Mavs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you know how hard it is to get chemistry working that quickly and to like know your guys that quickly? And then you have to build a winning culture there because there's not already a winning culture. In Milwaukee, you've been one of the best teams in the league for like 5 years now. So I think that if they were to go to the finals and lose, no, because you prove that you can get there.
Mm-hmm.
You just maybe need to add a couple more pieces, or maybe it just wasn't your year, right? But like if they went out like first round again regularly or second round, if they don't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's a failure.
Okay.
Because I think the Eastern Conference Finals are Milwaukee and Boston.
Oh,
What about the West?
No offense.
the West.
The West, I don't know.
I'm saying
Probably
Denver,
Golden State and Denver.
Denver, Golden State, or Phoenix.
I'm going to say the Lakers and Phoenix.
I don't think Phoenix is going to do it, but
I don't think the Lakers are going to do it.
I think the Lakers are better than Phoenix.
I think the Lakers are better than Phoenix too, and I don't like Phoenix, but
I think the Lakers are better than the Warriors too.
I think a lot of teams are better than the Warriors.
But I think the Warriors have been
But
proven.
the Warriors have the Warriors, you know.
Right. But no, I think that he should stick around, and I think he will too.
I think he should stick around. I'm just,
I think he will.
with all the talk of him
I think
wanting the most money.
Well, he should right now, to be honest. But like,
That was good.
out of all the people in the league right now, could you give me 5 players that you'd pay more than Giannis?
Jokic.
LeBron.
No.
Okay.
Not at this age.
Right at this age. Right now,
Curry.
Jokic, Tatum, maybe.
Tatum doesn't have the leadership aspect. I'd rather
Okay,
have.
fair.
Giannis
So
over
again,
Tatum.
so just Jokic right now.
Curry.
Who?
Curry.
No, Curry's too old.
Curry's too old.
He's too
Really?
old.
Yeah.
Maybe KD.
Okay,
Possibly KD.
that's 2,
Yeah, I'd say.
and we're struggling, right? So, like, I
Yeah.
feel like he should be.
I think he should be too.
Yeah.
That's no debate.
I think that the Bucks would do it too. Like, I don't think that they're the type of franchise like the Bengals. I don't. Well, I mean, I know that they ended up paying Burrow, but which is biting them in the ass right now. But I don't think they're the type of franchise that would be like, "Ugh, that's too much money, Giannis. I don't think we can do it." Like, I think they'll be like, "Here's your check, sir."
But will they have to pay Dame too? Is Dame on a contract year, or what's his contract situation?
But if he is in a contract year, I think they would very easily move off of him.
Yeah,
if they don't find success.
Yeah.
I think he would. I think they totally would, because I think this is kind of like all in. Let's do it, and then if it doesn't work, even close, like because I said if they go to like the Eastern Conference Finals and they lose in like a 6-7 game series, like I don't think they'd be like, all right, blow it up, it's done, like. But I think if they lose it in like the first round or two, they'll be like, all right, damn, sorry, bud, we tried, it didn't work.
Guys, I'm kind of having hope for Donovan Mitchell.
Really?
He's been talking a lot about a contract extension lately. I don't know why, but
I mean, he's a really good player.
He's a really good player. But I also know that he wants New York. And I'd probably take Jalen Brunson over him. But that's just because Jalen Brunson's a dog. And we don't have a dog.
For sure.
And also, like, literally every sporting event he goes to in Cleveland, he's wearing either a Mets jersey or a Lamar Jackson jersey. Like, bro, what's going on with that? But anyways, I digress. Thatcher, what were you gonna say? You were going off about something.
Oh, I just think that Milwaukee is like, I think that they would move off of Dame if they don't like what they see.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think they're gonna feel obligated to keep him around.
They're in win now mode.
Yeah,
They've
which
been
is
in
kind
win
of
now
funny
mode
because
for a
Giannis
while.
is young enough. Giannis is young enough that they don't have to be in win now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
Like,
he's
they
also
don't
in a
have to be-
mindset where he
like-
needs to be in win now.
Like, mindset's good, but like they don't have to be making insane moves to make it win now. Because then what you're gonna do is you're gonna eventually make Giannis's career as a Buck shorter if you can't surround him with talent.
Right.
Yeah.
But
All right.
I think that's about it. No.
We're gonna go over wild card games real quick. 2 games just ended. Texas Rangers took the first game, and the Twins took the first game. So as of when this is uploaded, you guys will know the results of Diamondbacks and Brewers, as well
Brewers
as
just
Marlins and
scored.
Philly. Yeah, Brewers just scored. And then you'll know the results of Marlins and Phillies, which will kick off for us in 30 minutes. So that's all much it. But second games will be kicking off tomorrow or today for you guys. So enjoy that. But yep, that's basically it. So Elijah, me and Thatcher had the idea of doing White Girl Song of the Week.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
White Girl Song of the Week.
What? Okay, explain this to me because I don't
so-
understand it from the title.
Okay, so we can do dad advice too, or we can do White Girl Song this week and dad advice with our guest next week. But because our guest is an actual dad, so it'd be funnier. But so White Girl Song of the Week, like what white girl song are you just digging that you would say you'd put up for White Girl Song of the Week? So like last week, what did you do, Zach?
I said Problems
Like,
with Iggy Azalea.
yeah, and I said Umbrella by Rihanna.
Wait, okay.
A white girl song is songs that white
is it?
girls listen to.
all the time.
Yeah, but how would I know that?
Because
Come
know
on,
white
you
girls.
don't every now and then listen to a white girl song and be like, that's a banger.
I don't listen to music, bro.
That's just disappointing.
I don't.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do dad advice then, and I haven't thought of anything.
Nope.
All right, well then Elijah gets to go first for dad
No,
advice.
you guys can. I'm actually kind of interested. Like, what are these? I want to understand like why are you guys choosing these songs? Because I don't know. Maybe
Most of the reasons are just that we think they're good songs.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
got one already.
Okay.
okay.
Paint the Town Red, Doja Cat. It's my White Girl Song of the Week.
Oh, isn't that the like, oh, she's the devil? Yeah.
Are they like TikTok songs?
No, they don't have
Well,
to be.
I know that one from TikTok though.
Yeah.
I know that one from TikTok too, or from Instagram, whatever.
My White Girl Song of the Week will be "Brutal" by Olivia Rodrigo.
How do you
That
guys know these
Ooh.
songs?
Really good.
How do you
That
guys
one's
know these
really
songs?
good.
How do you,
Empire was okay.
But I'm gonna go with "Brutal"
what are you
by
guys
Olivia
talking
Rodrigo.
about? Okay, I don't know. I feel so out of
Because
loop.
I feel like my life is brutal right now, so I think
Yeah,
it's a good
your
one.
Life is depressing.
Yeah, I'll just say, wow, it's brutal out here. Okay, but Elijah, why don't you give your dad advice of the week?
Yeah.
Because we missed you last week.
Wait, I thought we
No,
recorded
2 weeks
one.
ago.
Yeah. Wait.
No,
No, you
last
had-
week because
You had to
you
leave
didn't do
early.
dad advice last week.
You had to leave early.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. What was your guys' dad advice last week?
We
Or
did White
didn't
Girl
do
Song
Oh, you did
last
white.
week.
What was it last week for you guys?
I did Umbrella. He did
Problems.
some. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
'Kay.
Dad advice of the week. That's I don't know. I have to kind of think about it for a second. Do you guys want to join in?
Oh,
I have
man.
one. I have one.
Yeah.
Be careful when you go trick-or-treating because there are some creeps out, especially now.
Dude, I heard they're like even putting like
Scary
Broncos season
clowns.
tickets in your
Yeah. Don't
trick or treat
careful.
bag, so be careful.
Yeah.
Scary,
Yeah.
scary clowns.
And I also heard, hey, the rich neighborhoods are putting Arsenal crumble pie. Do not take it, please.
Yeah, don't take it because it doesn't exist.
Are you?
Can't crumble if
Hey,
you don't have a lead.
Are you sure about that?
Can't crumble when you don't have a lead. I'm just telling you, we're not top of the league right now, so you can't crumble. Whoa!
You forgot to do that. Put that up just out of nowhere.
Oh.
All right. All right. We're gonna end it here, guys. I'm getting really sick and tired. So, as always, thank you for watching. If you guys watched the whole way through,
Yeah. Please
Hey,
do.
we had some good views this week. We had like 14 views on YouTube, so pretty
yeah, let's
good.
go.
I thought our views were like, what happened? Why are we going down so much? I thought we were like at 30.
No, that was
consistently.
on our TikToks.
Mm-hmm.
I thought our TikToks were good, bro. I don't know. I'm so out of the loop
I
with
don't
like
know.
everything.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
are.
anymore.
Maybe because you keep going MIA.
Maybe because you guys like are bozos.
We
So.
text you, okay?
You guys text me at the worst time.
The worst
Like-
time is anytime. You work and that's it. You don't go to school.
But here's the thing, you guys. Last night you guys were calling me at like what 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
You're like a grandma, bro.
I have to wake up at 4 in the morning, my guy.
Yeah, but you can't say that we're calling you at the worst time when we call you at a regular time for
Well,
most people.
a
My
regular-
mom doesn't go to bed that early, bro.
A regular time would be right now. This is a regular time.
Yo, what?
8 o'clock is not an abnormal time to call somebody to play video games with them.
8 o'clock is an abnormal time when you have to wake up at 4 the next morning.
Okay. Sorry,
I just think you're making excuses so you don't have to respond.
Well, I don't want to respond anyway. So.
That's what I'm saying.
But I still.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy football, soccer, baseball.
Hope you enjoy it more than
Oh.
I do.
NHL kicks off in 2 weeks.
The Kraken are back.
The Sharks
They'll
are
just-
back.
They'll suck just like all my other teams.
You guys, wait, no. The Kraken will probably be your saving grace, honestly.
I don't know. I thought Arsenal were my saving grace, and then today happened. So
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your week. Relax, chill, be safe. All that jazz. But we will catch you guys next week. Take it easy, guys.
okay, see ya.